Thank you so much, Jess. It's fantastic to be here. Like she said, I'm Phil, and I'm joined in the studio right now by Steve Earle. Thanks so much for dropping by.
Thanks. It's kind of my job.
Yeah, you gotta be out on the road. Gotta stay on tour. Gotta make money, and you've got a record to promote.
Well, that's what we're doing. This week we're kind of pimping a record. So we'll be we're kind of going from one end of the country back and forth, and a lot of radio stations and a lot of record stores. There are some still kind of mom and pop owned, like real record stores left in the country, and we're trying to play as many of them as we possibly can in the next couple of weeks.
You're playing one of our own tonight. You're going to be at Newbury Comics in Harvard Square at 7 o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock. Yeah.
And the new record's called "So You Want to Be an Outlaw."
It is, and that's kind of I was trying kind of rehabilitate the term outlaw music because a lot of people thought it was about something else, but what it was really about was a few artists that in country music figuring out that rock musicians were getting to make records the way that they wanted to, and they wanted to do that too. So that started with Willie Nelson and then Waylon Jennings. It's largely based on a Waylon Jennings record called Honky Tonk Heroes, and it just kind of got me, which is kind of what was going on when I got to Nashville in the first place in 1974. So.
All right, well, we'll catch up on all of that. But first, let's hear that manifesto. Let's hear some of the record.
So you wanna be an outlaw, buddy, listen to me. Living on the highway ain't everything's supposed to be. Everybody reckons that they wanna be free. Ain't nobody wants to be alone. Running down the alley at 2:45. Hollering for Sally, honey, what you trying to do to me? She said, go to hell, I'm going back to Tennessee. I said, Angel, you can never go home. Never go home. Never go home. If you wanna be an outlaw, you can never go home. So you wanna be an outlaw, better listen up, kid. Steal $1 million and you have to keep it hid. Ain't no place to spend it in the desert if you did, and you can't take it with you if you go. There's something always laying for you up around the bend. Everything that goes around come back around again. Can't trust anybody, not a lover or a friend. Your mama maybe, then you never know. Never do know. Never do know. If you wanna be an outlaw, then you never do know. So you wanna be an outlaw, boy, you better think twice. You better not pout, better not cry. Won't nobody give a damn about you when you die, but the devil when it comes for his due. When you're standing at the crosses, don't you try to flag a right. Don't you get down on your knees, don't you know it's already been tried. Hate to tell you, but the only upside, you sing a devil out of the blues. Singing the blues, singing the blues. Sinner, so you say you wanna be an outlaw blues. Hey, hey.
.889 WERS. Steve Earle is live in studio with us, and that was "So You Want to Be an Outlaw," title track off the new record, and one that Willie Nelson helps
sings
you out
the second
on a
verse
bit.
on that on the record, which I kind of wrote it for him, and I was hoping he'd do it, and I was honored that he did. And I had to go to Hawaii to get his vocal on it. Poor me. And that's great.
Awesome. Let's keep the music going.
So this is kind of the main track we're pimping right now. This is it's called "Looking for a Woman." Early in the morning, I'm out of my bed. Hangover ringing like a hammer in my head. I can't rest no matter what I do, 'cause I'm looking for a woman who won't do me like you. Well, I've been to 10 down 10 to, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. East Coast, West Coast, Timbuktu, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. Heartbreak Hotel, Blue Bayou, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. Just can't shake these lovesick blues, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. I thought about Alyssa, I thought about Sue. I thought about your sister, but she's meaner than you. Evangeline, Caroline, Rose will never do, 'cause I'm looking for a woman who won't do me like you. Well, I've been a 10 down 10 to, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. East Coast, West Coast, Timbuktu, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. Heartbreak Hotel, Blue Bayou, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. Just can't shake these lovesick blues, looking for a woman who won't do me like you. I'm looking for a woman who won't do me like you. Looking for a woman who won't do me like you. I'm looking for a woman who won't do me like you.
All right, 88.9 WERS. We are in the live studio with Steve Earle. That was Looking for a Woman off the brand new album coming out tomorrow, So You Want to Be an Outlaw. And I was lucky enough to get a little advance copy of this guy, Steve. And it was reading through.
You can get it today if you go to Newberry Comics today.
Nice.
You can get it today, and I'll sign it for you. I'll sign your record, sign your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever.
Oh, yes. And that's at 7:00 tonight. That show at Newberry out in Harvard Square.
Yeah.
So on the inside of this, you paint this really incredible picture of Nashville in the mid '70s when you were first getting started. Did you revisit any of the material that you were writing at the time when you were prepping this album?
Probably. I mean, we were doing a lot of things. Like when about half the songs were being written, we were doing a Guitar Town 30th anniversary tour. But I didn't get to make a record until 1986. I got to Nashville in 1974. So, if anything, this is kind of a prequel. This is based largely on stuff that I was, that everybody I knew was listening to in Nashville and in Austin in 72, 73. But that's sort of a conscious thing. There's, like I said, a Waylon Jennings record called Honky Tonk Heroes that I discovered. I wrote Looking for a Woman and another song called If Mama Could Have Seen Me for the TV show Nashville originally, because Steve Burnett asked me to write a song for the show. And I wrote it, and I set it aside because Sean Coleman and I were making a record. And, those songs were songs that were designed for harmony, and it was a certain kind of thing. And so I would set anything that didn't fit into that category aside. And then when that was done and Sean and I were touring and I got these songs out and looked at them, I go, oh, there's kind of a vibe here. And I realized what it was. I've been listening to Honky Tonk Heroes again. and so I just decided maybe that's where this record's going is sort of an homage of sorts to that period in Austin and Nashville when I kind of got started in the music business.
Yeah. Well, it sounds awesome. You've said you're playing the bottom pickup on your telly for most of it.
Yeah, the
really
back
cool.
pickup. They say it's like electric guitars. Those things you see that under the strings that usually there's one in the front, one in the back near the bridge, and the one in the back near the bridge is real high-end treble-y sounding, and that's sort of the signature Fender Telecaster sound, and something I stayed away from in my own electric guitar playing because I always felt like it was a very unforgiving, scary thing to do because all your mistakes show up. There's not any doubt about it on that instrument. And but I'm a lot better guitar player than I was when I first started making records. This record, a lot of it on the back pickup of a 1955 Telly I am. So
cool. Well, You've been touring out on the road for years and years now. As you take out this record with the Dukes, your band, is there anywhere you're really excited to see again? Anywhere you get really pumped about playing?
There's a lot of places. I mean, then we're going to probably be out, this summer and next summer with this, and plus next summer is the 30th anniversary of Copperhead Road. So we'll be doing regular dates for this tour and some Copperhead Road anniversary dates next year. We're working on that right now, but. There's a lot of places I like to go. I like to go places where I can get a day off and fish with a fly rod, and I like to go places that are just great places to play. We got a long history. Boston's going to be like down November or December when we come back to the East Coast, because we do a benefit in New York City that sort of wraps up the year for us every year for my son's school, which is called the Keswick School. So that's when we'll get here finally with the tour.
Cool. Well, Steve Earle is playing in Cambridge tonight. If you can't wait till December, he's playing at Newbury Comics in Harvard Square. That's at 7 o'clock. Yep. And as we've said, he'll sign anything. Thanks so much for coming in, Steve. It's been fantastic to have
not
you.
anything. I said records are your girlfriend.
Okay, not
like
anything.
Let's
we got to establish some boundaries
I'm
here.
going to enough legal stuff right now. I won't sign anything. So
all right. Well, with that, let's do one more tune off the record.
Okay, this is I had a teacher, had two main teachers, Townsend Zant, who passed away some years ago, and I wrote a song for him when he passed away, and Guy Clark passed away last year, and they were best friends, and they were both my teachers, and we took Guy's ashes to Santa Fe, New Mexico, because Terry Allen's going to put him in a bronze sculpture, because that's what Guy said he wanted. As far as I know, he's still sitting on Terry's mantle waiting for the sculpture to be finished. But we took his ashes out there on the tour bus, and when I got home, I wrote this. Goodbye, Michelangelo. Ain't no trouble where you go. Ain't no pain to burn you blind. Just enough to draw a line. Goodbye, Maestro Featherwell. Gone to heaven, been to hell. Maybe just New Mexico. Goodbye, Michelangelo. Farewell, my captain, adios. Sail upon the sea of ghosts. Chase the white whale to the end. Bring the story back again. I'm bound to follow you someday, 'cause you have always shown the way. So we knew where we had to go. Goodbye, Michelangelo. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry. You'll find you by and by, just like it did before. And forever it's just goodbye till it comes my time. I won't have to travel blind. Taught me everything I know. Goodbye, Michelangelo.
Thank you for that one. That was Goodbye, Michelangelo, the beautiful closing track off Steve Earle and the Duke's new album, So You Want to Be an Outlaw. You can pick up a copy at Newbury Comics in Harvard Square tonight, 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for coming in, Steve. Really appreciate you stopping by. Again, the new record, So You Want to Be an Outlaw, officially out tomorrow. I'm going to throw it back to Jess, who's got way more music on the way on 88.9 WERS.